mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't do all you got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Buffalo Bills. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcaster.
Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Buffalo Bills. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll begin here with Bernard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Mike Popo. Defense wins championship, baby. Check.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Just a 1 yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On the return, Harris. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Here we go. 30 base. Watch out. Chopper. Rock it. Shoot.
On first down, it's Yates. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
218, chopper. Check. Hot. Go.
On first down, Freeman. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. There you see the starters defensively for Jacksonville. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Bernard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is Harris. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
It's a room to maneuver. That good for 22 and a first down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. First down sack, 2nd down negative rushing play.
And I will guarantee you right now the head coach is weighing in on his headset to the offense coordinator, whether he thinks it's strategy or he thinks it's execution, because that's going to determine this next play call. Are you staying with what you're doing, or are you going in a different direction?
Here we go, set, 10 logo.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Hey, back up. Hey, lock it.
Back to throw. Freeman. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Looking to throw. Freeman eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Hey, over. Hey, Zoo.
Back to throw. Freeman. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-0. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Bills. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Bills on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd down, Bernard. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Throwing on 1st down, Freeman. And a throw right side here, complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Forced out to his left. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
That went into the hands of Hamilton. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here, got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 3 yards out, and the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it first and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A gain of 3, second down. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Now past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Freeman. He'll rifle this one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll run it here with Bernard. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he's strong. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are in for 6. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Freeman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Throwing on 3rd and long. Freeman escaping the pressure right. Well, he's going to go for it all. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. On 4th down, Freeman. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Bills on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Because the game is certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have the right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Allen going to throw. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To the air. Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play here for the Bills. And even 40 yards. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Allen going to go on 4th down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Take 4.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll take a shot to the end zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off play action. Freeman. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face